Hey Pisces, welcome to your love and romance reading for October 2021. Now I'm saying October, but me personally, based on what I'm feeling in the current energy, I feel like what's happening in October is going to be a theme over the next 3 months, up to 6 months for some people. I'm not an astrologer. I can't back it up with like astrology explanations, or if there's anybody out there that is and that wants to educate us in the comments, please feel free to do so. But just what I'm feeling intuitively, what I'm feeling energetically, even though this is for October, I feel like this energy is going to be around a while. So we're going to check in here though and see what's happening with our darling Pisces friends. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I know a lot of people like to check out their Venus sign when it comes to love. So we're going to set that intention as well. Let's see what's going on here. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. One more shuffle. Alrighty, my dears, let's get right on into it. So the first card that's coming up here, Pisces, is the Page of Swords. Now, Page of Swords can mean that maybe you're dealing with a younger air sign person, or an air sign person that might be a little playful or a little bit inexperienced. Not necessarily, but it can be. So air signs would be Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Page of Swords can also come in with a little bit of a warning traditionally in tarot. Like traditionally, Page of Swords can be seen as somebody who's maybe gathering information. So it could be you. You might be the one gathering the information about somebody before you're taking steps forward, or it could be somebody gathering information about you. I feel this is especially true for those of you that like you have this new chapter, you've moved on, you're like, I'm done with the old energy, I'm ready for only like new things and new energy. You may have someone or people from the past like, hey, where'd Pisces go? What is Pisces up to? They might be trying to see if they can access things about you on social media, or if they can ask around and figure out where you are or what you're doing, or oh, Pisces changed their number, let me see if anybody will give me Pisces' new phone number. There could be something along those lines when we see the Page of Swords traditionally. For me in my readings, Page of Swords, my guides will bring up Page of Swords when there's something happening around the throat chakra unblocking, and you're being put in a situation where you have to speak up. Like Spirit is encouraging you to speak up. So if you feel frustrated in your love life, and you're like, how come I'm always in these situations where I end up with people that they don't really seem to care about what I feel, or they don't really seem to care about what I want, or I'm always the one catering to them. I'm always the one like adjusting to what they like or what they want to do. Like, what about me? One of the easiest ways that you can shift the energy and change this is in your everyday life. When you're dealing with people, whether it's coworkers, whether it's family, just really simply be honest. Like if there's a song on the radio and you cannot stand that song, it's okay to speak up and say, hey, let's turn the station. You know, I don't like this song, or I can't stand this song. Or somebody's like, hey, let's go get Italian for dinner. And you're like, no, man, I'm really craving Thai. Like feel free to speak up and say, I'm not really feeling like Italian food tonight. But you know what? I'd really like some Thai food, right? Or, find a compromise, but don't go along with things just because like somebody is saying something, or somebody is like seems really excited about something. Don't be afraid to speak up and to say that you don't like something or that you want something. Okay? Don't be afraid to do that. Even though it's in these really small things, every time you do this, you're making a statement to the universe that what you want matters, right? That people should care what you want, and people should try to do things to make you happy or keep you comfortable. It doesn't make you like a terrible person, right? And obviously, we can take turns in things and we can compromise, but you need to start speaking up. Don't feel obligated to just go along with things to please people or to make them happy, or oh, I don't want them to think that I'm a high maintenance. Don't worry about that stuff. The next card coming up here for you is the Seven of Wands. And Seven of Wands is keeping or standing your ground, continuing on the way or the path that you've been doing. Some of you are having a lot of criticism come into your relationship, those of you that are in a relationship. And so you might be really worried about, well, how do I get people to stop talking, or how do I, I'm worried what they're going to put in my partner's head. Seven of Wands is saying you're doing a good job. Just keep doing what you're doing. Don't try to argue with these people, because their intention is not to reason with you. Their intention is not to hear the truth about what's going on. Their intention is to argue. Their intention is to pull you down into their lower negative energy. Don't fall for that. Don't fall for that. I also feel, I'm going to be very honest with you, even though I don't have the Five of Pentacles here, I do feel there's like this sense or this feeling of like competition. Like somebody's trying to compete for your partner, or somebody's trying to like prove like you're the wrong person for your partner and like they're better. And so they might be saying things or doing things. I'm not gonna lie, Pisces, I do feel those of you that are in a relationship do have somebody kind of trying to meddle, or trying to break you guys up. And you're like, well, what do I do? And so this is saying, don't respond to this person. Don't try to shut them down. Don't try to put them in their place. Don't try to respond to like any lies or anything that they're saying, because this person is trying to get you mad. This person is trying to get you mad or hurt your feelings to where you just go off and have a meltdown, because they want to be able to point and say, oh, look, see, look, I told you Pisces, was really sensitive. I told you Pisces had a temper. I told you Pisces, throws temper tantrums, or like whatever it might be. So this person, that is their main goal. Their main goal is to push and push and push and push until they get a reaction out of you. And then they can say, aha, see, look, see. Okay? And so don't give in to that. Don't give in to that. If you're with someone that's been making you jump through hoops, that comes in and out of your life, and you're like, I don't know if this is a twin flame, I don't know if this is a narcissist, and I didn't see it till now, you might be confused about it. But if you have somebody who's making you consistently feel like you have to jump through hoops, or you have to be better for the relationship, don't engage with this person. This might be the person that's resurfacing, and their whole thing is they just want to make sure that you still care about them. They just want to make sure you haven't moved on. And it's not about the Page of Swords doesn't have affection or emotion to it. So it's not about, I just need to know that you love me because I love you. It's, I just need to know that you haven't moved on because I need to feel important. So this person might say things or do things because they flat out want to see you cry over them. They flat out want to see you have like a nervous breakdown over them, because it makes them feel like important. It makes them feel special. So those of you that your love path has been a little bit more complicated, you need to be cautious, because I feel like you've made a lot of positive changes, and the old energy does what old energy always does and wants to try to pull you back in. But if you don't engage, you're fine. You're good. It's not going to have any power over you. Don't engage with the past. In terms of those of you that are in a relationship, as I said, somebody might be competing or trying to make you look bad. You just keep moving forward. You just keep doing what you've been doing, and they're going to fall off. They're going to run out of steam, and they're going to look stupid. Okay? Especially since for a lot of you, I feel like this person's going around like they're building this up. They're telling everybody, oh, watch. Oh my gosh, watch. I'm going to have Pisces showing their true colors. I'm going to expose Pisces. Like they're really, 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 really building this up. And when you don't respond and they just run out of steam and nothing happens and it's anticlimactic, people are like, okay, well, what was that about? Weren't you going to expose Pisces? Or wasn't there like some secrets that you had that you were going to bring to the surface? Like, what happened with all that? Right? Like, they will look foolish. They will look silly because they've been building this up. and they've been telling everybody. And then nothing happens, and everybody's like, we were waiting for the show. There was no show. What happened? So your most power in this situation is don't engage with this person. And for some of you, it might not even be a romantic rival. It could be like somebody in your partner's family, or just somebody who's trying to stir up or instigate trouble. Don't engage. Do not engage. Okay? Now, your next card here is the Fool. And this is taking a leap of faith into a new path. This is playfulness, right? Some of you have been single for a very long time, or it's taken you a very long time to get over somebody, and now you're finally ready to take that leap of faith, to go out there and to see what's going on. Okay, this could also, for me, indicate the Fool card in a love reading, just for me in my readings. Well, first and foremost, I want to say, when the major arcana cards come up in love readings for me, it's telling me that you're dealing with a significant soulmate. You guys have past life relationships together, you have past lives together, and you agreed to meet in this lifetime for a specific reason. You agreed to meet in this lifetime so that you could finish unfinished business. And the Fool card is like, taking a leap of faith and going in a sense of adventure and like seeing what's out there. So for me, in a love reading, the Fool card sometimes comes up when you're dealing with a soulmate who's very different from you. People would not see the two of you together. Like if you were at a party where there were a lot of people that didn't know each other and you guys played a party game, and it was like, guess who's with who? Guess who's date? Guess who's partner? People would not guess that you guys would be together. There could be a lot of differences outwardly. There could be a lot of differences in terms of physical characteristics. One may be very tall, one may be very short, one may be very fair, and the other may be a lot darker. One may be very young, the other one might be a lot older. There could be a lot of physical contrast, but also a lot of contrast, a lot of differences about how you were raised, like how you grew up, what your life was like growing up. People might think you guys cannot be more different. How in the world are you together? What they don't understand is the soul recognizes the soul. You guys connect from that past life connection, and there's a sense of home. And those differences that the two of you have actually make the relationship stronger. Right? You have skills and gifts and abilities that the other person doesn't have. They have skills and gifts and abilities that you don't have. And when you bring these two things together, you're like a powerhouse. And so there's a sense of home. There's a sense of belonging. There's a sense of like, we're in this together. We make a really great team. But to everybody else, it might seem really opposite. How in the heck can these two people be together? Some of you may be taking a leap of faith, leaving a relationship that has been causing you pain. And you may be on the road to meeting this person or manifesting this kind of a soulmate. Now, the next card coming up for Pisces is the Eight of Cups. Now, Eight of Cups comes in for me with like a reassurance, but also a little bit of a heads up. Like our guides and angels are trying to help us to have the happiest outcome. Traditionally, Eight of Cups is like we don't feel fulfilled and we're searching. We're searching for the missing piece. Really what it comes down to is that we have some kind of a void. We have what I refer to as the God-shaped hole, or there's a missing part spiritually. So we try to fill it up with other things physically, like accomplishments in career, relationship, fitness goals, makeup goals, wardrobe goals, car goals, whatever it might be. And we're like, or education goals, if I get this degree or do this, then I'm going to feel good, then I'm going to feel fulfilled. And maybe for some of you, this is the person you're dealing with. Maybe there's a little bit of a role reversal. Maybe it's not you. You're like, no, I'm good. I'm connected with my higher self. I'm satisfied in my life. This could be coming up to let you know that the person you're dealing with might be a little difficult to satisfy, and this might be why. The person you're dealing with might be trying to fill a God-shaped hole. But when the Eight of Cups comes up for me, It's like I've noticed over the years reading for people, this card usually comes up for people who are very determined. They don't give up easily. They put their mind to something and they keep going and they keep working until they get it. And so Eight of Cups for me says, you're going to get it. All of the things that you're trying to manifest right now, the things on your vision board, or the things that you're visualizing, or the candles that you're lighting, you're going to get all of the things that you're trying to manifest. But Spirit is saying, look, we know how hard you've worked to unblock yourself. We know how hard you've worked to bring this relationship into your life. This perfect relationship is here on your doorstep. Like it's here. You're manifesting this perfect relationship, but you're not going to be able to enjoy it or to feel satisfied or to feel fulfilled until that spiritual void is filled up. And so for me, the Eight of Cups comes up as a heads up. Like, we see you, like your angels are saying, we see how hard you're working and you're doing such a great job and we're really proud of you, and you're going to get all of this stuff that you're trying to get. You're going to manifest it all. Your wish is going to come true. But until you have the spiritual connection, you're not going to be able to feel long-term joy over it. It's only a matter of time before you're saying, well, I'm grateful for it. I'm glad I have it, but something is still missing. So maybe I focused on the wrong thing, or maybe this isn't the right person for me, or maybe I'll be happier once I have kids, or maybe I'll be happier when I go back and get my degree. And happiness always becomes the next goal. Spirit wants to help break you out of that and wants you to be able to really fully feel loved and feel like this is the right relationship, or that enjoying the relationship that you're manifesting, because you're manifesting what you've been saying you want. But to be able to feel loved, Pisces, some of you just might have this issue where you're like, my partners have been great to me, my partners have treated me well, but I just can't seem to feel loved. I can't seem to feel the warmth I'm wanting to feel in the relationship. So I'm looking for that perfect soulmate that I can feel that warmth. You're manifesting a very specific type of soulmate. That soulmate's coming in, but you're not going to be able to really enjoy that soulmate until you have this connection made. So anything that you can do, prayer and meditation obviously are traditional ways of connecting spiritually, but you can also connect by spending time in nature, arts and crafts, music, anything that gives you a sense of zen, anything that gives you a sense of blissfulness. It could be gardening, it could be crocheting, it could be journaling. But start to look up different ways of connecting with higher self, connecting with your spirituality, see which ones resonate with you. Do the things that give you a sense of inner peace, a sense of zen, a sense of blissfulness, and you're going to find that connection. You're going to make the connection very effortlessly, and you're going to enjoy life a lot more, and you're going to enjoy your relationships a lot more. Some of you might be with someone that you're like, man, they're really great in a lot of ways, but something is still missing here. Right? And maybe for some of you, you're going to make the connection and you're going to leave the person or the relationship. But at least if you make the connection, you're going to be able to really recognize. You're not going to have doubt when that person shows up, because you're going to know this is it. This is the thing for me. Your next card here is the Two of Wands, Pisces. And Two of Wands can be partnerships, having to think about a choice or a decision. It could be having a choice or an option between two people, right? So the old and the new, or somebody that you're currently with and somebody new coming in. Two of Wands could also be should I stay or should I go energy. Okay, options or choices between two. Now, I've said this in the past in some of the YouTube videos that when I see the Two of Wands, usually it's like Spirit is telling me that basically you're dealing with someone that is going to benefit from you more than you're going to benefit from them. And so really ask a lot of questions and make sure that you have the right boundaries set, and that you're not walking into a situation where you're going to get taken advantage of. I don't feel in this instance you guys have somebody trying to take advantage. I don't feel that vibe around your energy. I do feel more than one person around your energy or around your vibe. So I do feel you're finding yourself having to make choices and decisions about which relationship you're going to go with or which person you're going to choose. But and I don't feel that these are people that are like trying to benefit from you, but I do feel with the Two of Wands, you have to ask a lot of questions because there's a dynamic here of expectation versus reality, right? Someone might come and say, I just want someone that I can have no games. I want a real relationship. And you hear that and you're like, oh my God, me too. I'm tired of games too. I want a real relationship too. But your idea of a real relationship might be, commitment, getting engaged, moving in together, getting married. And their idea of a committed relationship might be that you guys are exclusive, but you're taking it slow and you do your own thing and they do their own thing, and you don't see each other all the time, you don't talk every single day, and or vice versa, right? And so you agree to something thinking you have the same definition, but you don't have the same definition. So when somebody is telling you, I want this, and you're like, you know what, I want that too, or they're telling you what they want, ask, what does that mean to you? Like, what does that look like to you? If someone says, I just want somebody who is going to give me a real relationship, what does a real relationship look like to you? Ask questions, right? I might come and say, Pisces, I'm really stressed out. Let's go have some fun. Let's go have a good time together. And let's just go and have fun and forget about our stress. And you're like, oh, cool, Amethyst is going to roll up and pick me up, and we're probably going to go dancing, and we're probably going to go listen to music, and we'll have a great time. And I take you to like some needlepoint group that I meet up with. I don't know how to needlepoint. I'm just giving an example. But that might be really fun for me. That might be what I do to have a good time. And you're like, this was not my idea of fun. I didn't know you meant this, right? So ask, because your definitions might be different than this other person's definitions. Some of you are in a relationship and you're like, I don't know how to save this relationship. Because on one hand, they're telling me they want what I want, and they don't want me to leave, but yet I don't feel like they're going with what we said we were going to do. So this is what it is. Like, you have to figure out the other person's definitions of those things. What does that look like to you? And then this gives you the chance to say, oh, okay, well, when I think of commitment, I think of this and this and that. Or when I think about, being more open and direct and honest with each other, I think of this and this and that. And that way you have clarity. You guys can be on the same page and you're not confused. Like, I thought you said this and I thought you said that. And they're like, oh my God, I did say that. I did say this. I did, like, I'm doing it. Why can't you see that I'm doing it? I feel there's like this disconnect and this disharmony. Okay? And maybe for some of you, you truly, truly feel done with this person. That's fine. But this still needs to be incorporated so that you don't have the same problem going into the next relationship. But the Fool card does tell me you're manifesting the ideal and perfect situation and scenario. For some of you, it's going to be by getting this communication down once and for all. And for other ones of you, you're getting the communication down, but then you have like a whole new partner coming in, or a whole new relationship that you're pursuing. I would just be very cautious of anybody showing up from the past. Spirit is giving me a sense or a feeling that you've been doing a lot of work on yourself. So somebody showing up from the past, this is more old energy trying to keep you from moving on. So if you are in a relationship and you're moving on to a new one, I feel it would be a new person. I don't feel it's going to be somebody from high school or somebody you used to work with. It would be a new person, okay? Now, you may want to check out your moon sign, your rising sign, your Venus sign. If this is none of those, sometimes they might resonate more than your sun sign. If you would like a private reading with me, you can schedule by going to calendly.com/amethystangelite. I'll have that listed in the description. And some of you have been really kind in asking me about sending donations or tips. You can do that by going to PayPal and sending it to my email address in PayPal, amethystangellight@gmail.com. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Don't forget the weekly forecasts. Those are going to be coming up again soon. And I'm wishing you all a wonderful October. Take care, Pisces.